less than 10 days.
In terms of transparency, we are adding one more layer in that you can track your admissions as well, your GCK credentials as well, correct?
Yes. Shocked. I was shocked.
Canada study visa with spouse is possible or not? He's going on open work permit. He has 2 kids. He has got the visa for the entire family. So why did you choose study visa rather than we made policy that we are not going to charge even if the case is highly complex, whether study visa is possible with family or not. Even if there are 10 refusals, we still applied without taking any advance. Visa officer may not even check the SOP.
I started telling people I'm traveling in December. I had not even applied for visa. The 10 people that I spoke to earlier, they never cared about the customer. They were only caring about the paisa, right? Paisa vasul. Globexa grow and assist spouses like me, help them get their dream.
Hello everyone, welcome back to this YouTube channel Globexa Immigration. This is Jitendra Grover and today I have Satish with me and he has got the visa for the entire family. The entire family is traveling to Canada. Student name was Kamlavali and she is the wife of Satish. And Satish is sharing the experience of this entire journey. He is going on open work permit. He has 2 kids. So whosoever asked me whether Canada study visa with spouse is possible or not. So he's an example. We also recently got visa of Salma with the entire family of 5 people got visa together. So it is really possible. And today we have Satish with us who is sharing his experience in this entire journey, and we will get to know about the profile and ages and where we applied for visa, how was the experience and all the details, how he applied, why he applied for this particular visa. So we are going to ask all those details in this video. So first of all, thank you so much, Satish, for joining me in this video and to share your experience. And I'll ask you all the questions in this session.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me, Jitendra. It's really my pleasure. Thank you.
So first of all, to start with, why a Canada study visa, first of all, because most people want to go on open work permit, maybe on work permit. They don't know whether it is open work permit is possible or not. They get to know that, okay, they need to go on LMIA, through LMIA on closed work permit. And later on, they get to know about the cost of LMIA. But even before work permit, the initial intention is to go on PR. So if someone is having experience, they want to go on PR. So why did you choose to go for study visa rather than Canadian PR or work permit?
Well, I would say I have tried these in the past and it did not go as expected. The perception that I had that it will be really easy and it never worked out. Like you said, yes, I tried. At least I had an intention to try for PR or other options like LMA, but those were really, really far-fetched when it comes to the cost involved, time involved. PR is, again, the CRS scores, so many factors, right? Whereas study visa is pretty straightforward. In my case, my wife had always had an aspiration to do her master's, especially not from India, but from abroad. And Canada was always in a first top 3 list. And so that's when we decided we will go ahead with the study visa. And of course, as you were talking about, study visa opens a larger world, right? It's not only a study visa, it's for the student study visa, but then the spouse gets the open work permit as per the process. And also the children get dependent visa and they get to travel along with the student for that entire duration. And of course, study visa also gives you PGWP as an option depending on what university you study and what course you select. And of course, Canada just keeps changing some of the processes and policies. But this opens, all I want to say is this opened a larger window, right? It was just one shot, gives all possibilities. And that's the reason we selected study visa.
So in Canadian PR, one of the biggest factors is your age.
Canadian
so
degree.
Mostly people consider that if our age is below 30, it is possible to get PR from outside Canada as well. So what is your age right now? You and your wife's age right now?
We are both, we just crossed 40. And like you said, age is definitely a huge factor in all these process. And we were really scared because we've been trying for almost 5-6 years and we've been getting older. And even with the PR system in place, the point keeps on decreasing every year, depending on your age. And study visa, same story. When I spoke to multiple consultants, multiple freelancers, the first response from them, as soon as we tell our ages, Areva, this is not happening.
This is not possible.
Never. This is never going to happen. Forget it.
So did someone tell you about, okay, the PR is possible from outside? You may not get express entry, direct express entry, PR through direct express entry, but you can get PNP.
PNPs.
So did you try for or think about
I
PNP as
explored
well?
that option. Sorry to interrupt. I explored that option when I was, I think in 2015 or 14. I do not recall the exact year. We did try that. Even Express Entry did not, it wasn't working. Then the consultant said, "It PNP will certainly happen. We'll just hang on to it. Continue with your application. Keep it, up to date. Keep doing your IELTS." It was like never-ending story for us. We decided after 2 years. We decided, okay, we're not doing that. Let's just forget it. It's
So,
not.
so you started your Canadian immigration journey in 2014-15. Is it right, or even before that?
Even before that, but we had the guts to initiate the express entry in 2015.
Okay, so I also paid for getting my direct PR from India. So that time my age was, I guess, 32, and now I'm 37. So approximately 5 years back, I paid for that in 2019. I believe I paid for it to one of the consultancy which deals in Canadian PR directly. So they also asked me if you have master degree. I had master's degree that time as well. And if you have master's degree, if you have 8777 in IELTS, I got that as well. You will get direct PR from outside Canada. If not express entry, then you will get PNP.
At least
So
in
I
PNP.
paid 60,000 rupees to them, and
That's still cheaper. I'm not going to tell the number I spent. It's
so
an
this is
expensive
just
amount.
to tell everyone that it is not going to happen in any scenario. There are very few options to get direct PR from outside Canada. If you are applying right now, one of the options could be Alberta rural stream. It can make your PR possible from outside. If there is no further changes in that, there are changes due in Alberta PNP. Then Alberta Accelerated Tech Pathway Program. It could be possible if there are no further changes in that. Then caregiver program. Apart from that, if someone is having 475 odd score in CRS, it means your age is below 30 in most cases. You have master's degree, 3 year of experience. If the end 8777 bands or CLB 9 in any of the admitted English tests, in that case only you will be eligible to get somewhere around 470, 475, somewhere around that. If you reach that mark, then you get an LMIA of 50 points. You can get or I should say buy that LMIA. And if that happens, your score will reach 525. And then there can be a scope of getting an invitation from outside through a journal draw. Then it is possible. Otherwise, even in PNPs, it is not really possible because you require a job offer. So one PNP which can give you PNP from outside Canada as well is Alberta. It has two streams. Saskatchewan used to give it, but right now as well, it is not really possible. So do not really go with, do not pay advances. I have paid. Satish is also an example. He has also paid some amount to get PR from outside Canada. So get your stream right, then only pay for it, then only proceed for it. Otherwise, just to file for just to create your express entry profile, PNP profile, do not pay for that. Just to get your VES done. I just paid 60,000 rupees just to get my VES done. That's it. Nothing else. So do not pay for this particular thing. If you are really sure that your entire journey means this profile creation and everything reaches to PR, if there is almost guaranteed, nothing is 100% guaranteed, but if it is almost guaranteed that yes, it is leading to PR, until unless that surety is there, job offer letter is there, do not pay for any amount. Just to create your profile, do not pay to anyone. It's not really required. You can calculate your CRS score and you will get to know that it is not possible. So do not go for that. So okay, so you thought about it long back and you are sure that you are not going to get it. So eventually, what did you take? IELTS GT or IELTS academic when you were proceeding for a study visa application?
It was IELTS academics for me.
So you finally decided that we are going to proceed for study visa, and then Komlavali, your wife, she took IELTS academic.
I, I'll
So
I'll tell you an interesting fact. What really happened? What was the trigger point? Recently one of my friends just got his PR, and so he was telling about his experience, and we had just forgotten about the Canadian dream, and we were just relaxing one Sunday evening, and that's when I was simply going through the YouTube, few reels and you call the shorts, whatever, right? So I happened to stumble on your video, and I was just going through it, and the way you were laying out the points, what to do, what not to do, what to consider, and that was really the trigger point. I don't know if you'll trust me or not, but really, this is how it started. And so that kept rolling in my mind. I did not share anything with my wife that night. It just kept on going in my mind. And the next morning, I woke up and I asked my wife, "Are you willing to give one last shot?" And she was like, "I've already done, I think, 4 times IELTS." And she was like, "Do you really want me to do it?" And I said, "We are 39, we'll be turning 40 soon. I know it's near to impossible, but let's give it a try. What do you say?" And she was like, "Give me some time." She thought about it. And then she came. So PR is not going to work. We know that. We have, went through end-to-end possibilities. It never happened. What is in your mind? I said, "We'll try something new." I saw this video, and it was Jitender who spoke, and he gave ideas of what colleges to choose, what to study, how it will happen. And somehow I'm getting some confidence that we can give it a try. And that's how it really happened. And then my wife was like, "Okay, one last time for you. You never asked me, but you've asked me now. Okay, I'll try it one last time." And that's how this journey started.
From where you were watching those videos? So, what is your home city?
Bangalore.
Bangalore. So,
Yes.
you never met me, you just watched the videos,
Correct.
approached me through WhatsApp probably, and we started communicating. And so, how did you get the confidence? Someone really remote. That time, was I in India or Canada that time?
I did not know. We spoke very, few times on the phone. I did not know if you were in Canada or India.
Okay.
But after talking to you, then you added me to the group with all the team members in your company. And so it was Immigration Gurus back then, and then you moved into Globexa, which is your company right now. And so the way you guys approached me, and things were already rolling. The biggest difference I saw with Globexa is, I spoke to many other brands. I'm not naming them here, but in India, they are like well known. People know it. They even come in the movies, brand like those, right? I call them, they say, "This is the fees, this is how the process." The first thing that they emphasize is the fees. And they say, "Do this much, then we'll start." They were not even ready to clarify, if because mine is a different case, right? So
Yeah.
I had my own business. There was certain gap in my field, in my career. Then I moved back to IT. My wife, same story. Lot of complexity. Age is another factor. So many things. We completed our engineering in 2006. That's a long back.
20 years.
Everybody I spoke to, they were like, "Oh, this is education gap, age. Forget it. Not happening." So the first impression that I got from Globexa, right? Not only were you guys really professional, but then you were practical. You added me to the group, told me the process, gave me a high level overview. This is what it is. This is how it works. We will give it a try. We can do this. These are the conditions. The emphasis on getting the payment was very less. Instead, giving clarity was really high, which is what every student would look up for, right? When they come into some consulting company, try to get some information. That's really the key. And you guys did that right. And you stood out, from any other brands, name it, big brands. You guys are different. You guys first gave me the clarity. You added the right people in, gave me the opportunity to talk to people, get more answers. Once I was confident, then you guys said, "Okay, this is the checklist, this is what you need to follow, and this is how we'll proceed." So it was very clear. It was not in silos. Again, another thing with other branches, it's always silos. You never know what's happening elsewhere. It's like you don't know where your application is going, who is checking, what do no, nothing, no visibility, nothing. But this Globexa, you have that visibility. You know who is working on. If you are trying to reach out to some person, they're not available. You know who is the next person. So there is always somebody to support, somebody to answer. Even if they are not answering, someone else will just call me back in a later time. So all that accountability and the visibility as a customer, right? I had that end-to-end visibility, and I was easily, I can approach people and ask what's going on. Either if I'm happy or sad, that's a different story. If I'm angry at something, I'll still, I give strong feedbacks, and also I strongly appreciate. Because as a customer, my expectation is that I need visibility, because this is a life's decision for anybody like me, right? They have taken so much measures in their life, especially during this 40s. It's like it's a crucial moment in your life, and you are taking this risk. And
Yeah,
so in
exactly.
that way, Globexa really stood out for me, and that's why I took it.
Thank you so much for this. So we are trying to add more and more transparency in the entire process. You must have got your GCK credentials as well, correct?
Yes.
Uh,
Shocked. I was shocked. People, that's why I asked Gaurav, for example, in this case, right? Is this meant to be shared with me? And he was like, yes. Three people confirmed, yes, you can log in. You can. I was really shocked because in my past experience or wherever I spoke, they were not ready to be transparent. They were not ready to give any credentials whatsoever. All they'll say, wait, but pay me first. But this was like the other way around.
For study visa, we have this concept that we don't charge anything in advance. There is commission involved that we get from the university, and we believe that student is going to join. In most cases, students join. Usually, students after 12th, they tend to change the college or they tend to drop their college. But most of the mature cases, my clients are mostly mature, and they try to join, and they stay connected with me for their further journey, for their extension, PG work permit, for their PR application, for everything, and for their spouse visa application if they applied alone, and for their parents as well. So they apply with me for more applications as well. So they don't usually change their universities, and we know that in most cases, if we are going to get visa, we are going to get commission from the university as well. And we trust our clients for after visa payments as well. I guess 95% cases, maybe 5 out of 100 cases might not pay. Yes, it also happens, but I make policies for the majority, not for a few people who are like this kind of mindset. So we made policies that we are not going to charge, even if the case is highly complex, even if there are 10 refusals, we still applied without taking any advance. So we have that kind of confidence that we are going to get visa after age 50 as well. At age 55, we never charged anything in advance if the admission is through us. So it happened in your case as well. For spouse visa, there is 20,000 rupees advance, and rest is after visa. So for study visa, we have this confidence that we are going to get it, and then only we are going to charge you. If you don't get anything, you are losing some money already, because money will go, it will come back. Some transaction charges are going to happen. So some loss is already there. Then consultant is taking the cut and charge. So it will be a bigger loss. So if you are not getting visa, we are not charging anything. So that's the concept. And in terms of transparency, we are adding one more layer in that you can track your admissions as well. So that we have already added, that if someone is getting admission, we share the portal credentials as well, that you can log into your portal, you can check what is happening there. So most of the mature clients, they are like well educated, and they know what kind of things are happening. They searched me online through YouTube, and eventually they are able to check their application process on admission level as well. So we are adding that transparency. So in that case, I guess almost the entire application is going to be transparent. So everything is there with the client to check all the notes and everything. So we are trying our best in this sense that everything is there with the client to check, and they are able to track what is happening, and there is no anxiety, and there is no issue or question mark to ask us whether I got visa, whether I got refusal, what's the result, and why my result is delayed. So everything is in front of client to understand. So thank you for understanding this and appreciating this particular concept. Yes, we try to be transparent, really transparent, and highly transparent in future. We are trying to be highly transparent, even more transparent in future. So you must have discussed with many other consultants whether study visa is possible with family or not. So this is, did you discuss with the others?
Absolutely. Because the moment we made up the mind, right? So we both are getting old and kids are also growing up. My elder one is already in his eighth grade, younger one is in his third grade. So the only way we wanted this to happen is with the family. We spoke to multiple consultancies, and first thing, initially only the moment they heard our education gap and the age factor, they were already no.
Study
The
visa
next
is not
one,
possible.
yeah, not study visa is not possible. Very less chance. Even if there is a smallest chance to get study visa, only apply for the student. Family, it will not happen. I was like, the whole story. What I want is I wanted entire family to do. And they were like, no, no, first you apply for the student, get it approved. I mean, in your case, even that's tougher. Get it approved. And if it gets approved, then apply for your spouse and dependent visa.
Then reach Canada, then apply for spouse visa. I am really, when I started my own journey for Canada study visa, I was going for PhD. There is no higher degree than PhD. What else to be done in education? So I was going for PhD, and I was really sure if someone is going for PhD, even study visa cannot be refused. Spouse visa should not be refused as well. It should be possible because it is legally allowed. It should be possible. That's how I started learning about Canada study visa and spouse upon work permit. I took paid consultation as well. I watched like hundreds of videos and I don't know how much content. Just imagine the amount of content I have watched for myself. And I was really stubborn that I just want to go with the family, because before that, for 3 years, I was not living with my family. And both of my kids, they were kind of living without me, both of them really young, and I couldn't live with them. So I was really like, I just want to go with the entire family only. Otherwise, I'm not going to Canada. So that's why I was, since 2019, I was really in that kind of mood for myself and for when I started doing it professionally for my clients as well, that I just want to do it together. So after that, I guess I have done hundreds of application where we applied for the entire family together. We got visa as well. So it is very much possible. In last 4 years, we have done so many applications where we applied for the entire family together. In some cases, we got refusal as well, applied together again and got visa. So we know that it is very much possible. And recently as well, we applied for, I guess, 3 or 4 cases. All of them got visa for the entire family together. So if your funds are ready, you are going for eligible master's degree. Now it is 16 months. Now it is updated. Earlier you could go for 1 year master's as well. Now it is 16 months master at least, which will be counted as 2 year masters. So 16 months master, and funds are ready. Funds for the entire family. And if you are going for eligible masters, then you can apply for the entire family together. There is no problem in that. You can get visa. Even if there is refusal, no need to withdraw. Just again apply for the entire family together. That's it. You'll get visa. There is no problem in that. So that's also a good step, that if you are applying for the entire family together, then there are countless benefits in this entire process. So first is you are traveling with the family. So you'll start getting your experience in Canada. And you can also become eligible to apply for your Canadian PR. In some cases, just by getting a job offer, you can be eligible to get your PR. For example, Alberta Tech Program. For example, if you are in British Columbia and you get the job offer letter, full-time job offer letter from healthcare sector, you are immediately eligible to apply for your PR. In some cases, 6 months of experience required. In some cases, 1 year of experience required. But there are cases where just the offer letter can get you PR. So PR is one big benefit. You can get the PR of the entire family on spouse upon work permit quite quickly. Second is earning. So you start earning quickly. So that is an additional benefit. If you are landing late, like 6 months or 1 year after getting study visa, you have already lost 1 year of time, 1 year of experience, and 1 year of earning as well. That's also a big loss. Then emotional loss is also there. If kids are staying away from mother or father, there is no, I can't tell the value for that. So if the entire family is traveling together, there are immense benefit in that. And I am really determined that everyone should travel together and should manage the funds. If funds are there, in that case, entire family can get visa together. And I give you almost 99.99% assurity. It is possible. If we are taking care of the case, we'll do it definitely. If you follow everything related to funds, how to show your funds, and if marriage is bona fide, then there is no other issue left. So, sir, moving to the profile of Komlavalli. So spouse profile really doesn't matter if your education, even if it is 10th or 12th. And if you are just working right now, good to go. Spouse visa is almost secured. It doesn't matter what kind of education you have. It doesn't matter what kind of job profile you have. If it is a decent job profile, you are good to go. Even if you are having a business, you are good to go. Your age doesn't matter. So for spouse upon work permit, really means if you are working, having funds, then it's fine. Komlavalli, she was going for study visa. She is the primary applicant. Her age is 39. For her, what is her education, experience, and where did we apply for her admission?
Okay, so her bachelor's is in engineering in computer science, which she completed in 2006. Then she worked in IT for a few years.
What was the percentage?
It was 73 percentage.
73%. And
Yes.
what was the IELTS score?
IELTS 6767.
6767.
Yes.
So it is 6.5, I guess, overall.
6.5 overall, yes.
So her experience?
So she worked in IT for about 3 years. Then after we got married, she started taking care of the family business, which is an educational institute. She's the academic director there. She runs the show in the school. So since the inception, she has been taking care of the academic, academic director job in the school, and that's her profile. So she also, after her engineering, since she was so much into academics and teaching, and she wanted to know better of how the teaching is done, she also completed her full-time Bachelor of Education recently, complete 2022. And that's when she was like, okay, this landscape, but I wanted to professionally learn the management studies.
So
And so
which program we took for her?
she took MBA from International Business University, Toronto.
Okay, so she must have got other options as well. I guess Trinity was also.
Few other options as well, but we chose IBU for this the innovation, it is technology innovation
An
entrepreneurship.
entrepreneurship
So
program.
that
Okay.
had the blend of technology and also entrepreneurship. She is into business. She wanted to expand. She wanted to get into that. So that was the only unique program that gave us that value when we looked at the curriculum, and she made up her mind, okay, this is going to suit the knowledge hunger she has, and that's why we took IBU.
And what about the location? Were you really concerned about the location where you are landing? Have you heard or have you watched videos related to Toronto situations and all? Do you have
Yes.
anyone there?
I mean, I've got few friends. I've been following the news. I've been understanding how things are. So I was battling between BC or Toronto. So considering all, of course, both place has its own pros and cons. And so for us, we felt we'll go to the place where things are really happening, where the market is huge, where there are future opportunities. And so the option was clear. Then we decided we'll go to this. We'll take this university and this location.
Just one thing, when you land, we can discuss it again. But when you land, just try to stay on the northern part of downtown Toronto, either the central part or the northern part. So usually people land in Brampton, Mississauga. I wanted to share it in one of the videos. Brampton, Mississauga has mostly Indian students, and there you may find it difficult to get part-time job for her especially. So if you are going towards the northern side, situation could be more better. If you can stay even a little bit further, like Oshawa is there, or even a little bit more away from GTA, like Peterborough is there. So in that scenario, rent could be less for you. So cost of living could be less, and there could be more job opportunities, part-time job opportunities. If you get a work from home kind of thing for yourself for a full-time job, then even staying in Peterborough is also perfectly fine, because she needs to travel only for 2 days for her classes. So her studies could be done easily just for 2 days of travel, and you can do your job online. If that is not possible, in that case, you may require to stay somewhere in GTA so that you can commute for your work if it is not like work from home kind of thing for you. But definitely you can get full-time job, and there are jobs available. Just right kind of mindset, right kind of experience, right kind of skill, right kind of approach is required. If that is there, then there are good amount of jobs available. Also, full-time job market is far bigger compared to part-time job market, and competition is quite less on higher layers. It is
Mhm.
quite high on lower layers, because all the students want to do that survival kind of job in restaurants, team hotels, and this type of security jobs. But if you go higher, then competition is less compared to lower layers. So yes, number of jobs are more, but competition is even bigger. So if you are trying to get job in office, in corporate sector, then you will have good job opportunities there. You can go to insurance as well. That is also a good opportunity there. So insurance sector or sales or other things, whatever suits you, you can enter in those kind of things, and it can be perfectly good for you. So when did we apply for visa, and when did you get your result?
Okay, I don't remember the exact. I think it was on the
Just
8th, 10th of September,
okay.
and we got it approved less than 10 days.
Yeah, for the entire family, it was less
Entire
than 10.
family,
So
yes.
in Bangalore, so do not go by just this timeline. Timeline is in Delhi, timeline is far bigger. It is approximately 3 months right now. But in Bangalore, it is far quick. So if someone is applying from South India, in that case, you can get your result really quickly. So Salma as well, I guess we got visa in 15 days. For you as well, we got in 10 days. So even if you are applying for the entire family, you can get your result really quickly. So this is the timeline in southern part of India, but northern part, it is not the timeline. Timeline is a bit more. So we have discussed about location and all those things. So how was your overall experience in this entire journey?
In very few terms, like I said, if I have to summarize this right in a nutshell, it was seamless, very user friendly, customer friendly, and it was transparent. These are the words I want to use. I mean, of course, I've told in detail as well in the past, a few minutes ago. But these are the key things any customer would expect. And this is, like I said, this is a life's decision for them, right? They are taking a huge step, and Globexa's process was really streamlined. Nothing was in silo. Everything was visible for me, and it'll be for anybody that applies through you guys. And it was really, really quick because it was seamless. We had visibility and everything was the only thing for other customers that I would like to say is please follow the checklist that Globexa gives. Follow
That
that.
is a must.
Yeah, documentation, the clearer and the perfect documentation that you give is going to play a vital role. If you're able to give those documents as prescribed, things are going to be really smooth. You will just, it will be like it happens in no time, like in my case. So
I have explained it earlier as well. Many people come back and say that why are taking so many documents? Other consultants don't ask for these many documents. These are for your files only, not for my file. And if visa officer is willing to check these documents in your file, visa officer may not even check the SOP. We spend a lot of time in your documentation and SOP. Just filling the immigration form may take just half an hour. Just that's it. I don't consider it as a task for me. Just filling the immigration form doesn't even take any time. It's just like Google form for your data. Really quickly we can fill. We spend a lot of time in the preparation of your document, arrangement of your document in proper way, then writing the SOP and writing the SOP for spouse visa, for marriage. There is a separate file for marriage as well. There are separate files for kids as well. So there are, I guess, in study visa and spouse visa application, all together, I guess there are 7 or 8 files that we need to create for the entire application. And we are ready to do it just for your application because it is highly important. And it takes a lot of time, lots of energy, and asking you documents back and forth, asking CA for the documents, asking evaluation report, and then asking you this particular statement is missing, this particular statement is not clear, and this is not a clear scan. It is just for your file. Visa officer may not check a single document and refuse the application straight away, even from outside. It could also happen. So we still do these efforts just simply because we know that if visa officer is willing to check these documents, including SOP and all the documents, all your financial documents, and if visa officer is willing to check these documents, in that case, visa officer should be able to get them in the clear manner. Should not require to put any efforts to check your single document. Even for the finance file, we create a separate file describing you have these funds there, these funds there, these funds there, total is this. You require, for example, for this particular case, we require $39,000. So this is the requirement right now, $39,000. We have $42,000, $55,000, whatever is available, more than 39, including GIC. So $21,000 GIC is there, 12 lakh rupees FD is there. It means $16,000, $17,000 in my fixed deposit, and these many are there in so and so place. And this is my total funds available. So I require $39,000. I have $72,000 available, and I am eligible to get this spouse upper work permit. So we don't want visa officer to spend like more than 1 minute to understand your funds. So we create a separate document to explain your financial capacity and arrange the documents in a really precise manner. So we spend a lot of time on this, and so to make your profile better, to make your file better, so that if the visa officer is interested in giving you visa, interested means is open to check your file. There could be chances visa officer refuses straight away, that today my mood is not good and I am going to refuse. Target is over. I am going to refuse all the application. If that is the scenario, no one can do anything. But if the scenario is that I am going to open the file, I'll check the file whether the person is eligible. In that case, visa officer must get all the documents visa officer is looking for. That's why we ask you for all the documents in the proper manner. These are for your files. These documents increase our headache and increase the chances of your visa. So never ask why you're asking for these many documents. These are for your file only, and they always improve your visa chances. So make your funds ready. If you are unable to understand how to keep your funds, in that case, you can ask these things many times. You can ask Anu Gori for that. She is going to explain how many funds are required. You can ask Rajat for that, Gaurav for that, me for that. We are going to explain how to keep your funds. If your funds are ready, we can apply for your visa any day. Even if you want to apply for it after getting the study visa, still you will require the same financial capacity. Many people think that it is going to be easier to show funds later on. No, that is not the case. Same financial capacity is required in the similar manner to display whenever we apply for spouse visa after getting study visa as well. So if your funds are ready today, apply for study and spouse together. And we don't know what kind of rules are going to come in future. That today you get your visa, you travel to Canada, and in between, suppose she is traveling in December for January intake, and in November, from today onwards, you can't apply for spouse open work permit, even if you are going for a master degree, and it's gone. So do not take any kind of risk. Apply for the entire family together. It is very much possible. Satish is an example. Salma is an example. So it is very much possible. You can proceed for it, and you are going to get it as well. No need to worry about it. This anything else we didn't cover in this entire discussion?
Now we pretty much covered the experience and what I liked about as a customer. We have spoken about that, and we also spoke about how the team is really they know what they're doing. And like I said, even initial times when I did not, because the reason I did not understand is the 10 people that I spoke to earlier gave me that impression, right?
Yeah.
They were not, they never cared about the customer. They were only caring about the paisa, right? Paisa was all gun down. Kind of that's the impression I got. So initially, when I was talking to Globex, after even I'm talking to you, to the team, sometimes I felt, okay, these guys are also not understanding. But then when I actually started giving the documents and when I was asking questions to understand if they understood, it was then become a two-way communication, and they just clarified, sir, this is why, this is why, this is why. And even Rajat, for example.
Actually, what happens sometimes, like when I talk to someone, I am like, "Don't worry, ho jayega." So my answers are usually like that. So if someone says, my age is without, don't worry about the age, it's not a problem. So people may be like, he doesn't understand what I am saying, because
अभी ये
uh,
कुछ तो बोलेगा.
nine out of 10 consultants are saying a different thing. If
Yeah,
everyone says the same thing, doesn't mean it is true.
correct.
And I have done it. I have proved it again and again over the number of years. Last few years, we have done numerous cases like that. And if people say that after getting a ban from USA, you can't Canada study visa, I have done it. If someone says that after getting 10 refusals, Canada study visa not possible, I have done it. After UK ban, I have done it. After age 51, after age 55, we have done it. Study visa with spouse, we have done it. 5 or 6 family members together, we have done it. So we have done numerous cases of where people have said, no, it is not possible. No, it cannot be done. So we have done all type of cases where people have said, or 9 out of 10 consultants, or 99 out of 100 consultants have said, no, it is not possible. It cannot happen. So we have done it. So that's why sometimes we are like, ho jayega, don't worry. And people may be like, isko kuch samajh nahi aa raha hai.
Exactly.
हवा में बातें कर रहा है.
Yes, yes, yes. So, but then once things start moving and they see the results or see examples like me and things, they're going to understand the reality. And that's when the moment I got my visa, even before that, I got that confidence. Okay, things are really going well. Even if I get refusal, I know Jitendra's team is there. They'll take care. That's the level of confidence I had. Even if this fails, okay, still, because initially we tried for September, but then due to some delays in my end for the financial thing, we had to push it to January. So I had already made up my mind. This is the last shot. We're going to give it. Sooner or later, Jitendra's team will make it happen. Let's just wait and see. That's
Yeah,
the mindset I had. But
it
then I
it
got
finally
lucky.
happened. You are going to travel. So If your tickets are not booked, then book it quickly. We can help you in
I'll
that
tell
as
you
well.
one other experience. This is an example of me having that. I don't know if it's overconfidence, but confidence. Even before, September, we said we'll move to December or January intake. Even before I initiated the visa process, I was already in touch with you. I booked my flights. I made up my mind. I booked my flights for December 10th. Everything done. I started telling people I'm traveling in December. I had not even applied for visa.
One of my friends in Canada, Arvind. So he was with me. We applied for his sister and brother-in-law. So we applied for the entire family, and three family members were there. We applied for all of them together. We were actually very close. I was in Brentwood Bay. He is in Victoria. So we were living very close. So he came to my home. We applied. He sat with me when we applied for visa. He read the entire SOP, checked all the documents. He's really like, he checked out every small thing, whether it is pinpoint or not. He checked everything, and we lost the file. And he also booked the flight of his sister and family even before we lost the file. So he was also like, that time ticket prices will be higher, so I am booking the flight right now. So he also did the same. So the family traveled, I guess, in May 2024 this year.
Nice.
For Royal Roads University. So yeah, that's also something great. Great. Thank you so much, Satish, for sharing your experience. And I am also feeling really good after making this video with you, because I was not making video for a long time. I was stuck in something, health issues were going on. So really feeling like, okay, some energy is there.
Well, glad I could make that happen. And thanks to you for having me to share this experience. And the very reason I agreed to do this is one, to help Globexa grow and assist so many students like me, spouses like me, help them get their dream,
Sure,
make
sure,
it a
sure. Yeah.
reality. And that was the idea. And that's the reason I never get into all the social things. If you notice, I'm very minimal in the social, but this thing, I made up my mind. So this is a journey worth sharing with people. So
Thank you
that's
so
the
much
reason.
for sharing it. We really require this support from everyone whosoever was connected with me earlier, and whosoever is connected with me now as well in this new journey. So everyone, so thank you so much, everyone. And I couldn't really get time or resources to share this feeling again and again, but through this video, thank you so much, everyone. We have already crossed, I guess, 175 or 200 visa applications of different types now in this new company as well. So target is to reach 500 that we set when we started the journey. So this year we want to achieve 500 applications somehow. So we are trying to get it in any way. So thank you so much for adding this one application in that.
Thank you. I'm sure you'll do that, Jitendra.
Yeah, thank you so much, Satish.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so
Uh,
much for having me. You have a good one.